the prospect that's on the table that we're trying to explore and understand more about is the possibility that meeting your deepest desire is unconditionally within your power all the time. Okay. Because if wholeness is our state of deepest satisfaction in terms of our desire, because wholeness is our deepest desire, you don't need anybody else's permission to experience, reach for, and create feelings of wholeness for yourself. And from there, the meeting of sub desires, right? If that's the most important one, that's the place where it's the most important one because that's where we get the deepest satisfaction from. Then not only do we get an unconditional access to the opportunity to feel deeply satisfied in the meeting of our most important and deepest desire, the other desires that we have get easier to have met. That's the proposition on the table. I can give you lots and lots of anecdotes and examples of why more and more I fully believe that that's true. Simple one. When I eat enough clean protein, right, from a good source that I feel good about ingesting, my desire for sugar is almost non-existent. Right? Good clean protein often is described as a whole protein, right? It's got all of the branched chain amino acids in it nutritionally that meet all the major needs that protein is supposed to satisfy in my physiological system. If I don't eat enough good, well-sourced, complete protein, my desire for sugar goes through the ceiling. Why is that a problem? And why is it analogous to what we're talking about in terms of desire? Well, one, I can eat a bunch of sugar without enough protein and want to keep eating and still feel hungry and eat more and more of that sugar and then ultimately just suffer the crash and feel worse than I did feeling hungry. But if I focus on meeting the single desire that's the most important for all the major mitochondrial and physiological functions in my body, right? Like, in other words, without protein, our cells have no fuel to drive their action and keep us healthy. If I eat a really good source of protein, sugar cravings are almost entirely gone. And then when I do have some sugar, I have just as much as I would like in that moment, can stop anytime, and it actually supports, Carl can tell you more about this, through pancreatic function, that little bit of sugar actually supports my digestion. So I get even more benefit out of the protein that I ate. That's the same with being clear and understanding what our truest and deeper desire is. I'm saying it is, like, could be, right? Postulating that for you because you don't have to agree with me. I'm just offering you the possibility. If we are in pursuit of satisfying and focused on satisfying our deepest desire, which is to feel whole, right? To make decisions, to operate in life, to move through life without any of our missing pieces. Part of the reason why we feel so powerfully satisfied is because we are operating in a space where we realize, hey, I don't have to sacrifice valuable stuff to get valuable things in return. I get to keep all of me. I get to be all of me. I get to be all of who I am in my expression and behavior. And not only do I not get shamed for it, it's actually the best way for me to share things of value without having to give anything of value away. Because qualitatively, when I share it of value genuinely, and I want to, someone's going to receive it. They're going to get value from receiving it. That's going to inspire them to share with me, and nobody's sacrificing anything. So not a small topic. at the very heart of like kind of everything we're doing about, in this case, abundance and scarcity, right? Wholeness is abundant. Giving away parts of your whole self is out of integrity and makes you feel more and more and more and more scarce. When we're scarce, we settle for whatever's handed to us, right? Whatever people, in this case, I'm using the example of nutrition, whatever sugary fast food hit treat that we can have, we'll grab it because we're starving. We feel depleted. We feel at a deficit. So we just grab whatever's there. Right? We can become really easy to control there as well, too. Because when you're desperate and willing to sacrifice for short-term satisfaction, people can hand you anything and say, well, that's all you get. And they determine what you deserve, not you. But when you're whole, you're more discerning, and your discernment moves with you in the direction of your value and your worth. And you choose those things which are going to be tasty short term, satisfying and nutritional midterm, and healthy for you long term. If you're in the control of the power of that choice, then meeting the most important desire by what I'm offering as possibility becomes something you can do for yourself anytime, all the time, without anybody else's permission. That is all.